Hello, Hardinsville Gospel Ministries listeners. This is Daniel Kong with Let's Read the Bible. David was anointed with oil by prophet Samuel to become the king of Israel when he was a young man, but it took at least 15 years before he became the king of Israel. During 10 of those 15 years, he had to flee from the hands of King Saul, who was trying to kill him. On several occasions, he was almost killed by King Saul. However, each time he was able to escape with God's help. He was handed into the hands of foreign countries, was able to escape, and then had countless brushes with death with what seemed to be no possibility of escape. He did not immediately become the next king of Israel after Saul died. He was supported only by his tribe of Judah and spent 7 years as the king of the tribe of Judah among the divided people before finally becoming the king of Israel. Though it seemed attacks from the outside had stopped, attacks from within started to happen. He fell to temptation and committed the sin of adultery and murder. His sins were revealed through the prophet Nathan, and David completely repented of them in front of God. But unfortunately, the house of David was riddled with adultery and murders. He even had to live the life of a fugitive because his own son committed treason against him. While he was fleeing, some people betrayed him and some others ridiculed him. Though he had been a king of a nation, he must have felt bottomless despair for his situation. David lived a vicious life cycle of hardship. But despite all that, David had gotten to know God more, trusted God even more, and worshipped him more. David understood and realized one important truth very well. He realized and knew that the only one who can save him from all the hardships of life is God. God saved him from Saul. God saved him from treason. God also saved him from people's ridicules and even saved him from his own sins. Because he knew all these, David thanked and praised God with a sincere and true heart. We can only confess and praise the one in whom we have experienced. Those who have experienced the salvation of God can confess to the God of salvation. Likewise, people who have experienced the healing of God can confess to the God of healing. David listed the reasons why he had no choice but to love God in Psalm 18, which we'll read together today. David confessed honestly and sincerely about God he experienced in his life in Psalm 18. When we think about it, we can see that we will get to know God even deeper when we will experience God more and more in our lives. How can we confess about God in our lives today? How about if we write a poem about who our God is and why he loves us just as he loved David? I hope we will all have plenty of reasons why we love God in our lives as we read the Psalm of David. Let's read Psalms 18, verses 1 to 50 together. I love you, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield, and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. The cords of death encompassed me, the torrents of destruction assailed me. The cords of Sheol entangled me, the snares of death confronted me. In my distress I called upon the Lord. To my God I cried for help. From his temple he heard my voice, and my cry to him reached his ears. Then the earth reeled and rocked. The foundations also of the mountains trembled and quaked, because he was angry. Smoke went up from his nostrils, and devouring fire from his mouth. Glowing coals flamed forth from him. He bowed the heavens and came down. Thick darkness was under his feet. He rode on a cherub and flew. He came swiftly on the wings of the wind. He made darkness his covering, his canopy around him, thick clouds dark with water. Out of the brightness before him hailstones and coals of fire broke through his clouds. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the Most High uttered his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. And he sent out his arrows and scattered them. He flashed forth lightnings and routed them. Then the channels of the sea were seen, and the foundations of the world were laid bare. At your rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of the breath of your nostril. He sent from on high, he took me. He drew out of many waters. He rescued me from my strong enemy and from those who hated me, for they were too mighty for me. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my support. He brought me out into a broad place. He rescued me because he delighted in me. The Lord dealt with me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanness of my hands he rewarded me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his rules were before me, and his statutes I did not put away from me. I was blameless before him, and I kept myself from my guilt. So the Lord has rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his sight. With the merciful you show yourself merciful. With the blameless man you show yourself blameless. With the purified you show yourself pure. And with the crooked you make yourself seem tortuous. For you save a humble people, but the haughty eyes you bring down. For it is you who light my lamp. The Lord my God lightens my darkness. For by you I can run against a troop, and by my God I can leap over a wall. This God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord proves true. He is a shield for all those who take refuge in him. For who is God but the Lord? And who is a rock except our God? The God who equipped me with strength and made my way blameless. He made my feet like the feet of a deer and set me secure on the heights. He trains my hands for war so that my arms can bend a bow of bronze. You have given me the shield of your salvation, and your right hand supported me, and your gentleness made me great. You gave a wide place for my steps under me, and my feet did not slip. I pursued my enemies and overtook them, and did not turn back till they were consumed. I thrust them through so that they were not able to rise. They fell under my feet. For you equipped me with strength for the battle. You made those who rise against me sink under me. You made my enemies turn their backs to me, and those who hated me I destroyed. They cried for help, but there was none to save. They cried to the Lord, but he did not answer them. I beat them fine as dust before the wind. I cast them out like the mire of the streets. You delivered me from strife with the people. You made me the head of the nations. People whom I had not known served me. As soon as they heard of me, they obeyed me. Foreigners came cringing to me. Foreigners lost heart and came trembling out of their fortresses. The Lord lives, and blessed be my rock, and exalted be the God of my salvation. The God who gave me vengeance and subdued peoples under me, who rescued me from my enemies. Yes, you exalted me above those who rose against me. You delivered me from the man of violence. For this I will praise you, O Lord, among the nations, and sing to your name. Great salvation he brings to his king, and shows steadfast love to his anointed, to David and his offspring forever. We just read Psalms 18, verses 1 to 50 together. I'll see you all next time. Until then, God bless.